All right, so making this video, there's a ton of them out here, but I thought I'd just kind of throw it up. So I'm growing mushrooms this year. It's my first time doing mushrooms. I've never tried them before. Doing shiitake mushrooms. I built a little mushroom hut, as I'm calling it. I've got my substrate, which in this case is going to be hornbeam. In Minnesota here we like to call it ironwood. I think down south it's hornbeam or hop hornbeam, whatever you want to call it. But it's a good substrate for shiitake. I am currently using the plug spawn to inoculate this wood. So let me show you a couple things. I'm going to show you my mushroom hut, and I'll show you kind of what I'm doing here as far as getting this plug spawn in. It's an easy process, but it's kind of nice just to see it so you kind of know what to do. So anyway, let me show you the mushroom hut first. All right, so this is the mushroom hut, as I'm calling it. It is very simple. It's debris wall, and I just shitload of sticks. I got a little space in there, nice and shady. Another debris wall here. I just dug these into the ground and then wired them together. This the poles, and then shove sticks in there. Those are yew branches. I'm a little worried about the yew branches, like with the raining and killing the spawn. Don't know if it'll do that, but it's a good shade. Probably better to use like pine boughs or something like that, but I'm gonna give this a shot. In here I got some oak firewood that I'm gonna set the logs on. No particular reason for using oak, I just have it. And the shiitake mushrooms do like oak, so I don't think it's gonna hurt anything to have that in there. I'm not gonna inoculate those pieces, but this is also hornbeam or ironwood. So I might, if I have some extra spawn, inoculate those, the posts too. That way I get mushrooms there and on the wood itself. Here's some of the substrate. So that's what I'm gonna put the plug spawn into. These are some cross pieces, and I'll show you kind of how to inoculate. So this is inoculation central. So gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in so far. I didn't get this one deep enough, so I'm gonna leave it because whatever, it's not that far out. Basically what you do is every 4 to 6 inches, I did about 5 here, you just drill a hole. You're supposed to use 7/16 drill bit. I only have a 3/8, so I'm just using that. And you just take, it's super easy. You just take the spawn. So it's plug spawn. Got it at North Spore mushroom spawn. You just put it in the hole like that, shove it in. If you need to, if you have a tighter drill bit, I mean, use a hammer or a rubber mallet like this, you know. So like I got this, I might pound it in a little bit if you need to. Push that in like that, and I'm going to do this along the whole length of the wood. This is going to be the side, and then I'm going to do on the top as well. I'm not going to do the bottom, but yeah, do 4 to 6 inches on this. Drill in. I don't know about the distance of that spawn. It's kind of hard to figure out. You can probably mark it on the drill bit. That'd be the smart way to do it, but I'm not one to do smart things, so do that. And then after that, you want to use some type of wax to cover this. I got some beeswax that I'm melting up right now, and I'm going to cover these little spawn holes. The only reason you do the wax is just so that it doesn't get you don't have like competing funguses or anything like that. I don't think it's entirely necessary, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. So anyway, so got my spawn all in. See, they got the little holes. I'm gonna take this here beeswax, cover each hole. You can buy beeswax, you know, online, whatever. You can also buy it at North Spore here. They sell beeswax and other waxes, but you just take a little bit on something like that and just kind of coat it. And that's it. And I'll seal it in a little bit. I mean, it's not gonna do a perfect job, but seals it in once it cools off, and just gonna go all the way across here. If you don't have beeswax, yeah, just look online, buy it. Find you a pan that you don't care about. This one I use for dog water, so like whatever. I heated it up. You heat it up real low and slow, and just get this wax nice and runny like this, and then you can start applying it like that, and that'll just kind of seal it up a little bit. So pretty easy process, just going through that. So I pulled it off the oven to keep it warm. I got the grill going over here, kind of redneck, but hey, it works. So it's nice and hot now, so it takes a while for it to cool off, but yeah, that's the waxy part. All right, the logs are done. Took me about 20 minutes, but did 100 plugs in these logs. You can see them there. You know, I kind of got them staggered on the sides of these logs. You see them on the top there. Yeah, about 4 to 6 inches all the way back. And I mean, the smart person would probably tie these in place or something like that, but this is so sheltered in, I'm not too worried about it. What you should do next, and I don't know that this is required, but you should water these. These logs were harvested this spring, so they're very wet logs. Ironwood, if anybody knows, is familiar with the wood, very slow growing, like very slow growing. And I mean, these trees, you can see these rings. This isn't a big tree, but this thing's probably 50 years old. But they maintain a ton of water, and they're super dense, so they last a long time. So you harvest them in the spring, and then you inoculate them. A lot of things on the website say to do it in the fall. I don't think there's a problem with doing it in the fall versus the winter. The reason or the spring, excuse me. The reason I did it in the spring is I had the time. There's probably a lot of moisture in here, but I let them sit out for about a week before actually inoculating them. And now they're in this little hut. The reason I built this hut like this is, for one, it was free. This is just wood that I collected. 2, it's gonna keep it nice and shady. This is on the north side of my shed, right in between my clothespin or clothesline here. And your mushrooms need shade, but you don't want to block it from getting rain. So that's why I have those yew branches up there. It's from a yew bush. Yew is, as many of you may know, very toxic. So try not to eat the needles, and I don't know if it's going to impact the mushroom growth. I don't think it will, but time will tell. Anyway, that's it. Here in about 6 to 8 months. Well, okay, so this fall I might be able to collect some mushrooms. Likely not. It's May 8th or 9th right now. This fall I might be able to collect some mushrooms. I'm not planning on it. More than likely what's going to happen is next year in the summertime sometime I can be able to collect mushrooms. So this is a long-term investment. I mean, don't expect to get mushrooms like, you know, in a couple weeks. It's like a year-long type effort, and then this wood will eventually get eaten up by the mushrooms, so then you have to replace it. But I mean, it's this wood is so dense, I'm going to keep stacking it up, so next year I'm going to put more in. I mean, yeah, you keep replacing the old stuff with the new stuff, and you can get this stuff to last a long time. So like, I think I saw somewhere between, yeah, you can get like 4 or 5 years out of a log like this. So we'll see if that's the case. But anyways, so that is my new little mushroom project. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.